weapon systems can be dropped from a single site, and it's enough to sustain as many as 10 survivors for 3 days. Very successful aircraft on the export market, apart from the US Navy and the RIAT. The P-8A is in service with the Royal Australian Air Force, Royal Norwegian Air Force, Royal New Zealand Air Force, and the Republic of Korea Navy. It's on also later this year as the retirement of the P-3 or RIAT there gets underway. Also on order for the Royal Canadian Air Force, while the Indian Navy operates a similar P-8I for India version. 172 Poseidon current squadron. Canadian Poseidon crews are already in training at Boston as well. So there, the RAF Poseidon MRA-1 heading on its way. Before we move on with our next Eyes in the Skies display, a quick mention of the fact that the Royal British Air Force F-16 pilots, we're going to be seeing that flight later, doing a Q&A on the Inspire stage at the moment, so do get over there if you'd like to meet the Danish F-16 guys. Right, well now, we turn to an aircraft that's the very epitome of our Eyes in the Skies theme. A machine that remarkably celebrates the 70th anniversary of its maiden flight at the beginning of August this year. It first took the air on the 1st of August, going from the right-hand end of the aircraft. That's why they continue to be based around the world, including here at Fairford. And someone who knows all about this is the former U2 pilot, call-sign Popeye, Scott Thompson. Welcome back to RIAT. Oh, that's ready. Which for what is essentially a glider with a jet engine shut is quite fast. Now, I mentioned that this aircraft is in a configuration we've never seen before in a flying display, as far as we know. Just explain a little bit more about that, if you would.
That's right. The configuration of the airplane that you're seeing in front of you today is what it would typically be configured for an operational mission. And what that means is there's some sensitive equipment on board, housed appropriately, that would be used wherever the operational commanders request it to be. So the signals intelligence suite is in the superpods that are on the wings, and that listens, as you might, the eyes and ears, as you might be able to determine, and the eyes are on the nose of the airplane. So the different sensors that we can put on the nose are electro-optical infrared sensor or synthetic aperture radar, both being able to achieve something that you cannot achieve from low altitude sensors. All that information is being collected or actively collected and transmitted to the satellite dish that is on the back of the airplane. It goes into the satellite architecture down to a ground station where the information is processed. And that's what's codenamed the senior span pod, isn't it? That's correct, senior span. What about the nose? Because again, that can take different sensor bits, can't it? That's right. Usually it's typically the optical sensor that's on the nose of the airplane, and it will take different appearances with those different sensors. So as I mentioned, the glide ratio that you'll be experiencing watching now is the same as it would if the engine was actually failed. So it truly is a glider. Now, as we watch the aircraft coming past, I think it's worth reflecting, given our Eyes in the Skies theme, how the U2's capability has evolved, even in relatively recent times. Because when film used to be the order of the day, 2022 or so that was retired, there's a optical line camera, as what that was called. It had actual film, several miles of film on a large reel, produced by Kodak, that was in the back of the airplane. And it was a purely optical sensor, actively operated. And it's basically the sensor that the airplane was built with. And it was just recently retired, thanks to that effect. So,
Watch out at the right-hand end of the runway as the U2 turns onto very short finals, and let's try and listen out, if we can, for the chase car. The chase car not underway yet, just getting underway now, and we'll soon hear the occupants talking the U2 down and calling out the heights. We talked a little bit about the what's colloquially referred to as the spacesuit, the pressure suit. The pilot not needing to wear one today, as he would on a typical operational mission.
Just behind us here, slick display U2, absolutely go up, get close, up close and personal, and have a good look at the airplane.
And they can see your Fairchild Grateful Argus.
That's right, your Argus is just nearby. Have another look at that airplane as well. Sir, appreciate it. Enjoy.
Scott Thompson, great to have you back with us, and I hope for the chance.
Great to see you back.
Cheers, thank you.